Everyone, welcome back. We are back here with the Mayor Mom Donnie podcast. I'm back. It's me, Mayor Mom Donnie, and I'm here with my co-host, as always, my faithful co-host, my Don Quixote's assistant, Garrett.
Such a pleasure to be here, as always.
Yeah. Now, as everyone knows, everyone saw me, Mayor Mom Donnie. Me, Mayor Mom Donnie, on the news, hanging out with President Donald Trump. He loves me. President Donald Trump loves me. He loves me. I am the new Bill. It turns out I'm the new Bill.
You're the new Bill, everybody.
I'm the new Bill. Turns out a lot of people were attracted to AOC, but he wasn't. What is that Donald Trump, he doesn't want a lady like AOC. He doesn't want a lady like AOC.
Not at all.
He wants a different type of lady. And I showed up, and I'm the new Bill. That's really what happened. I showed up. He was obsessed with Bill, and he didn't care for AOC at all. Gross. That's what he said. And I showed up, and he said, "This is the right New York City lady for me." You know, I never thought about it that way. I just always wanted to be the new Bill for Donald. And I know I could be. Because I know that as Donald gets older, Donald longs for a newer politician to dominate him, much like Bill did. And I thought to myself, that's me. That's Mayor Mom Donnie. I'll bring my puss over there. And I brought my puss over there. And I said, hey, if you lick my puss, the news will talk about it. And they did, Garrett. The news showed up after Donald licked my puss. So
They certainly did.
People go, is Donald Trump a fascist? And I said, hey, tell you what, he's good at licking puss. So there's that. And I brought my puss to the game. I went down to Washington, and I was down there. I went in front of Abraham Lincoln. Shout out Abe. And I said to Abraham Lincoln, I said, hey, Abraham, we got people up in New York City working as slaves, a.k.a. baristas. And I said, hey, I'm here to free them. Because, man, here to free the baristas that are being held in the open air prisons that are, well, the closed air, they're inside in the coffee shops, and they make little hearts on coffee, but they also take the money from when you pay. You pay, and they take the money, and then they make your coffee, and they're doing two people's jobs at once, which is a form of slavery. And I said that to Abe, and Abe said, yes.
Now, Mayor Mamdani, let's go over some of the interesting details about your meeting with President Donald Trump.
Lay it on me, Garrett.
So he seemed to be very agreeable with you after the meeting you had ended and the press conference open to the public started.
Let me tell you something. I went in there. He's had some bad press lately. He is a criminal man, And I said,
He's a bad hombre.
he's a bad hombre, that Donald Trump. And I said, bad hombre, President Trump. I said, the only way you get out of this is if you make me the new Bill. And then I went like that. Then he licked my puss. And the rest is history. Then we talked about getting rid of, I guess, the drug dealer, which, once again, I'm just, the murderers, yes. You get a murderer, you don't. You go, hey, let's put you're a murderer. Let's put you in a place where, like, let's make a game show. Let's put you on Staten Island if you're a murderer. Let's put you on a bus out to there, and go, hey, this is Rambo style. You're dropped off here. Everyone here has guns. Best of luck to you.
Now, Mayor Mom Donnie, at the end of your meeting, you had accomplished the ability to get Trump to not cut any funding to New York whatsoever as a result of your election. But you also got him to agree to not send any federal agents, including ICE agents, to New York unless you quote unquote needed it, which I know we're not going to need it. And let me tell you, that is a great thing.
I'm going to tell you what happened. And I don't go to these places myself, but he was telling me all about his time in New York City because I know that he lived here. I know that he lived here.
Of course.
And he was reminiscing about all his time here in New York City. And I don't go to these places, but he was telling me that there are these massage parlors around New York City.
Massage parlors, yes.
Where you get a massage, and then the lady where she jerks you off afterwards.
Oh, I've heard of those.
I pointed out to him that a lot of those ladies are the illegal immigrants that he's trying to get rid of, and he said, "What?"
Oh, so you were able to persuade him through that means, yes.
Some guys...
Well, Republicans only care about an issue once it affects them.
Some guys, they're selfish, and they only think with their dick.
Now, Mayor Mom Donnie, what I'd like to share right now is, let me just tell you, one of the reasons that I personally am so happy that ICE will not be going to our city. Number one, I have plenty of friends who would be affected.
Oh, same.
And I do not want any harm to come to any of them. But secondly, and maybe just as importantly, folks, I love getting a burrito taco at 2 a.m. when I'm drunk, 20 minutes away from my house. And if ICE came into Manhattan and rounded up all the illegal immigrants, I'm probably not going to be able to get that.
Well, let me tell you what ICE is going to do. When ICE goes up to the burrito taco truck, if the burritos are $15 or less, ICE will leave you alone. But if they're like $18 or $19, ICE is going to go, hey, we can't let you scam Americans.
You can't let them scam Americans.
Right? So I feel $15 for a burrito from a truck. That's the right price to stay.
Zoran and Trump, ladies and gentlemen, talking about how to get prices down.
Figuring it out. Across
the market.
Making sure ICE knows that what makes you an American is just not charging $19 for a burrito. It's just charging $15.
Yes, what makes you American is food from other countries. But that's the way it's always been.
At $15 for a burrito off of a food truck.
Yes, absolutely.
If you're in a restaurant and you want to charge $19, $19 all day long. We're sitting down.
That better have a lot of queso on it.
It better be drenched in queso. Better have a scoop of guacamole on top. A scoop, not a spoonful.
At least one scoop, maybe two.
Maybe two for $19. So now,
I voted for Mayor Mom Donnie partially so we could have a city with a burrito we could pay for.
that same, and I'll tell you, fascism has made Big Burrito powerful. I'm talking about Chipotle right now.
And Moe's has never been happier.
I'm talking about Chipotle right now. It is a disgusting institution.
The E. coli place, I know.
And they overcharge for their burritos. And then that gives the trucks the right to overcharge for their burritos. And, man, people go, hey, how do you get the price of the burritos to go down? You get rid of Chipotle. And then all the other burrito restaurants go like, well, why would we charge $19 for a burrito anymore? Because there's no Chipotle.
They don't deserve to be in business anyway.
And now here's the thing. The reason why these burrito restaurants are struggling is because they're charging $19 for a burrito, not doing volume. And if they charge $12 for a burrito, I'd be there every day. But in order to get them to charge $12 for a burrito, we need to empty out Chipotle. Ban Chipotle, and we all get affordable burritos. Ban. Also, I don't think there's no Cheesecake Factories here because Junior's exists. I think.
There's no Cheesecake Factory in the city, unfortunately. Maybe
None.
one.
Maybe one up by the Costco.
I don't know. I mean,
there's an elusive Costco in Midtown, and maybe a Cheesecake Factory attached to it.
Cheesecake Factory is a very odd place. I've never been there before, but I have browsed the menu out of boredom in the past, and I must say, if you read the whole thing, it would probably take about an hour to get through.
Garrett is a New Yorker, and like many a New Yorker, third, fourth generation, he likes to eat. And he's a man that was...
it's very satisfying, ladies and gentlemen. Very satisfying.
Over the generations here, people who love the food are the ones who fuck. And because everyone's just hanging out in apartments in the winter, eating bodega food. When there is fried food below your apartment 24 hours a day, you go, you know what? No excuse to not be happy. Garrett's now going through his wallet, seeing if he can afford a chicken over rice on the way home.
Well, I just wanted to... I just wanted to say, ladies and gentlemen, that Mayor Mom Donnie happens to be right. The ones who like the food in New York City are the ones who fuck. Because I happen to want to take this time. Yes. I happen to want to take this time to represent the newest sponsor that we have for our show.
That's a new Trojan. That hasn't been in that wall for a while. That's brand new. That hasn't been there for a while.
I appreciate your sarcasm, Mayor Mom Donnie.
No, that's not sarcasm. Also, those are the blue ones. Well, not the Magnum. Those are gold.
I find those a little bit uncomfortable.
Well, I wear one over my pussy when Trump licks it.
That's probably a good idea.
Right. He loves a gold pussy.
Yes, but Trojan happens to be one of our new sponsors. So let me just say, Trojan, if you want to have a hell of a night with a gal without getting her pregnant, you
Trojan.
should use Trojan.
Trojan, that's our sponsor. We don't take city funding to pay for this. We actually get a sponsor. And Trojan sponsors us because people in this city fuck. They do.
You use the promo code Donnie fuck for 30% off of a 12-pack of Trojan condoms. Remember, that's Donnie fuck, ladies and gentlemen, not fuck Donnie for the right wingers out there.
Yeah.
Just to clarify that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going with that I fuck and not that I'm being fucked.
That's correct.
Remember.
That's very correct.
I'm Bill.